Right. Hi, Banpati Hamotama. You all welcome to the grade 11 English Medium Maths paper class today. So we are going to discuss the paper number 18 as the very first session of the month of May. Right. So you all welcome to our session. So this is first paper. So last time I think we discussed about the second paper. So you can enjoy this paper number 18 and you can ask the questions. You can send me a messages and you can talk to me and clarify your issues. Okay, right. So now we will move to the discussion of the paper number 18. Take your answer sheets with you and see how your answers are there. Right. Can you see the board and can you hear me properly? Send me a message. Okay, right. Well done. So we have done a small online test for the month of May. I got your marks and I saw there. So very happy that some of got the 100 marks. I think some of you may attending today. Sanuji got 100 marks. Then Sayutmi got 100 marks. Then uh, yes, Riham, Kavya, then Danushi got 100 marks and 95 marks Rashdan, Malmita, then Damitu got 95 and 90 by Pasandi, Riham, Jolan, Tenuki, Viduni, Sahanya, and Akin Gurusingha. Then 85 marks Ashwina Sugumar, Desandi Rajapaksha, Senuji Desanya, then Thadini Dahamya, Damsas, then Danushi, Himaru Vimsara, Haritha Ishan, right, has scored 85 marks. Okay, so this is our top 20 students in April monthly test. Okay, for the test. Okay, yes, I know that nearly 80 got people's more there, right? 75, but we cannot include them. Just 20 I filtered out and I asked our admins to publish them. Okay, right. No problem. That is just a quick review on the progress. These are not much harder questions. Like multiple choice questions, it is easy to review and submit. That's why we chose that format. At the exams, you are not receiving MCQ questions for maths, but that's the way we did it nicely. Okay, you know that in some advanced mathematics in Indian exams also, we have double ITJ. These exams, they are in mathematics, they have the MCQ questions. We have to do the questions, the answers given. You need to underline. Still, I have that books when I used in A level maths, combined maths. That's the huge book, right? IITJ book, right? They are nice, very advanced questions there. Okay. And now I am moving to the paper number 18. This is a well drafted, well organized paper, right? You can learn huge things they are in. Okay, right. So you can ask the questions, you can clarify the issues, right? So keep in touch and you can make your ideas if you have another methods. Okay, and you can learn them. Okay, so this is some asking the links. Yes, wait. Right. Right. Okay. Um, One by one we will discuss the question of the paper number 18, right? So the first question, duty of 16% has to be paid when an item worth of 5,000 is important. Find the duty. So they're asking just the duty only. So what's the duty? 16%, right? That means if the value of the good 100, okay, if the value is 100, what is the duty on it? 16 rupees. If the value hundreds, the duty is 16, right? Then you multiply it by, right, 5,000 rupees there. For 5,000, how much is the duty? Okay, so here C2 zeros to 0 simplified, then 16 into 0, 0, 16 into 5, 80. So that means you got a duty of rupees 800. So all the time keep the units and give the answer rupees 800. Okay, right. So now underline the correct answer for the shaded regions in Venn diagram. A nice questions I haven't seen recently in the papers as per my memory. Right? What is your answers? Send me your answers to the chat. 1, 2, 3, 4. What's the perfect one for the shaded part? Right? These are very advanced questions. Okay, most are saying 4 is the answer. Well done. Happy to see. We will check. So A dash means what? So this outside you can remember. Outside region, out of the A, everything shaded. Yes, that is A dash. You correct. A dash should be there. Then B is totally included. So that B is added to that region. Added means you take the union, right? So A dash plus here union is addition like B. So A dash addition with the B region is the answer. Yes, A dash is outside the plus B is full sets there. Right. So this is the answer correctly. A dash union B. A dash union B. Very good. Right. I saw your answers. This would be appear in the exams as well. Right. Right. This is not been given recently. A dash union B. This kind of shaded part. Okay. Learn that questions. So question number 3, solve. The product became 0. This is a quadratic equation. So quadratic format, you know that in the quadratic equations you receive, you need to factorize it. Okay, factorize, but here it is factorized. How you determine whether it's factorized? It is on the multiplication format, something into something, right? Then it is multiplied and equals 0. In mathematics we know the logic. We know the logic in multiplication equals 0 means 1 to be equal 0 at least. So then we have two factors, x minus 1, x minus 4 equals 0, or you don't know other factor would be also 0, x plus 2 equals 0. At least 1 to be 0, that's the logic. To have a product of maths as 0, this is the requirement. So then here subject x equal negative 4 goes there as positive 4. Oh, here x subject here positive 2 go there, the other side's negative 2. Okay, x equal positive 4 or x equal negative 2. Right. Next question we have um, represent in index notation. When you see the LG, remember all the time, extract it, right? Expand it as the log to the base 10. So here base 10 there, log base 10 and 2 equals 0 0.3010, right? So now you can see there is a base 10. So how to make the index notation? This base is shifted to the right side as the base. Okay, then this shifted as the base, then this one goes to the top, 10 to the power 0 0.3010 equal, here log eliminated, this isolated 2, right? So this is called the index notation. Okay, right, very good. Complete it. Right. Now we are moving to the question number 5. See the question number 5. Write all the positive integers that satisfy the inequality. All the positive integers asking. Before asking anything, just solve them. Right. How like similar to the solving any simple equation, but there are some dissimilarities. Right. What to do? You have 3x minus 1 less than or equal 5. You bring this negative 1 to the right sides. Then 3x less than or equal 5 plus 1. Okay. Then 3x less than or equal 5 plus 1 is 6. Okay, then you divide both the sides by 3. Right, here also you divide by 3. Now 3 1 3 1 simplified. X less than or equal 6 divided by 3 is 2. Now the inequality shows us the results x is any value equal to or less than that. Now you can memorize, right, 2 or less than 2. So remember the number line 2 equal 2 can takes and less than 2 values. What are the less than 2 value? 1 less than that. Then 0 less than that. These are the integer solutions. Further, they are asking satisfy the inequality positive integer solutions only. So positive integer means it satisfy 1 and 2 only. Right. So these are the two solutions which satisfy less than or equal to. Okay. Right. For the first question's answer given as 800 rupees. First question 800. Okay. Right. Complete it. Right. Now here question number 6 they are. Right. This is a simple equations appear. Okay. Not necessary to put the curly brackets when you write some sort of more solutions, right? The satisfied solutions, better to use curly brackets. Okay. Right. Now here fractions, subtractions, like two algebraic fractions, but here not expressions. This is equation, equal mark there. Then what to do? You simplify the left sides as a fraction, subtraction. Okay, here x 2x there. So what to makes the denominator same? You makes 2x both. So you multiply by 2 top and bottom. Then 2 into 1, 2 over 2x. Okay, minus 1 over 2x equal here 1 over 4. Okay, then denominator 2x there, it's appear 2x. Okay, then 2 subtract 1, 1 equal 1 over 4. Right, in A-level maths, we simplified when equal marks, both the sides fraction mode there, same level value, top and bottom, same level. You can simplify. I simplified, see that, 2, 1, then here 2, 2. Okay, then cross multiply. Directly you got the answer. 2 into 1, 2, x into 1, x. Now cross multiply, x into 1, x equal 2 into 1, 2. So the answer comes as x equal 2. If you are not okay with that method, just cross multiply 2x into 1, 2x equal 4. Then another steps added, 2x equal 4, then divide by 2x equal 2. Okay. Right. Find the LCM of the two algebraic expressions. So I have introduced you the LCM writing. Right. How to write the LCM? So you know that 4a squared and here b, then 6ab squared. Similar terms, you align with the similar terms. Numeric align with numeric, a align with a, b align with b. Now check the LCM of 4 and 6. How to take 4 and 6 LCM? You take the 4 and 6 bigger value 6 and then check whether 4 can convert to 6. No, with multiplications cannot, because 6 is not a multiple of 4. Then 6 second one 12, second multiple 12. 4 can convertible to 12. So you put LCM of these two figure 12. Similar values, you take the maximum power, same terms, max power A2, here max power B2. So what's the final answer here? 12 A squared B squared is the LCM of these two. Okay, right. Right, now the question number 8, find the value of y. So first you can find out the value of x. How? This is a triangle. Interior angles add up to 180 degrees. So you can add up them. X plus 2x plus 72 equal 180 degrees. Okay, then x plus 2x is 3x plus 72 equal 180 degrees. Then subject 3x equal 180 subtract 72. Okay, then 3x equal just 108. Okay, then you divide by 3 both the sides. So x given as 339 for 18 636, right? X is 36. Okay, so there are several ways to do the y. So I apply this method. See that. So x36 apply to here. Now instead of x, I apply 36. Now I apply for y the exterior angle theorem. Right? How the exterior angle appear? This is y. Y equal the sum of these two angles. 36 plus 72. This is the exterior. This exterior is equal to interior opposite sum. This is the interior opposite sum. So y you can apply directly. Y equal this interior opposite sum is 36 plus 72. Then it comes as 8, 7 plus 3, 10, 108. Okay. The other method is you can find out 2x here. Y the x known, 36 twice, 72. And then this is angles on a straight line. Based on that, you can find the y. From 180 subtracts that 2x angle. But here better to apply the exterior angle theorem. That is perfect. Right, now we are moving to the question number 9. Okay, find the area of the ABCD trapezium area. So see that symbol, this 8 centimeter, this is also same length mark. So that means here 8 means here also 8 centimeter. Okay, then how to find the area of a trapezium? See that area of a trapezium equal half into the sum of the parallel line. This is 12, this is 8. Okay, then 12 plus 8 is the sum of the parallel line into the perpendicular height. What's the perpendicular height here? 8 centimeters. Then half into 12 plus 8, 20 into 8. Okay, then 2 1 2 10. So 10 into 8, 80. What's the unit? Square centimeters. Understood? So what is the formula of trapezium area? Half into the sum of the parallel line into the perpendicular height. So half into sum of the parallel line is 12 plus 8, 20 into the perpendicular height 8. Right, so you got the answer 80 square centimeters. Right. Then find the value of x. Now you have different methods to deal. Right. So here 35 means here also 35. Okay. Then why these two sides equal means they are opposite angles equal. Then here Z-shaped angle create here also 35. What we call the alternate angles. Here alternates there Z shapes, the lines parallel. Right, then 35, 35. Now you can choose this triangle. Which triangle? ADB triangle. Okay, the interior angle sum you can add up. Here 60, here 35 plus 35 is 70. Okay, then here x. You can add up all the three angles to 180. Then I can apply x plus 70 degree plus 60 degree. The sum becomes as 180 degrees. Okay, then x plus 70 plus 60 comes as 130 equal 180. Then I subject x how from 180 subtracts 130. So x equal 50 degree. So x equal 50 degree. Understood. Here how many theorems we apply? If two sides equal, the opposite angles equal. Here 35, here 35 comes. Then here alternates there since the lines parallel. 35, 35. Then I choose this triangle. Interior angles add up to 180. Okay. Right. Great. Now question number 11. See everyone. The radius of a solid cylinder is 14 centimeter. and its height is 10 centimeter. Take in 5 this one, find the area of its curved surface area. It's further given the curved surface area formula. You know that the area equal to 5 RH, right? So what's the 2 into 522 upon 7 into R, radius is what? The radius given as 14 centimeter into height is 10 centimeter. What's the curved surface area? All the time ask, right? 25 RH, right? Now you can simplify 7172, then multiply 2 into 2 4, 4 into 2 8, 2 into 2 4, 4 into 2 into 2, 4 into 2 8, 4 into 2 8, and 0 added, 880 square centimeters. Got it? Right. Right. Right, now in a different way, the graph not drawn, find the gradient intercept which a straight line passes through these points. 2 points given means Puta, we can find out the gradient nicely. How to find the gradient nicely? Gradient equal y difference over x difference. Okay, what's the gradient formula? Y coordinate difference over the x coordinate difference. Understood? Okay, is that okay to you? So gradient defined as y difference over x difference. So you can write m equal y coordinate difference over x coordinate difference. So what are the coordinates here given? Right, these are the two coordinates. Y is the second coordinate and x is the first coordinates. So take the y difference, I take to this direction. This is the second coordinate and this is the second coordinate. Second is the y coordinate. So I take 3 subtracts 1, okay, divide with x difference. If you take to a certain directions the y difference, you start in here to here subtract, then x also is starting the same point. So you shall start by this relevant x coordinate is 2, then 2 subtracts 0. Right, make a කොච්චර කිව්වත් සමහරු මේක වරද්දනවා. Okay, right, remember y difference of x difference. So 3 subtract 1 divide with 2 subtract 0. 3 subtract 1 2, 2 subtract 0 2. So 2 divided by 2 is 1. So that's a gradient. So the gradient we define it by m. So m equal denoted by m equal 1. So how to find the intercept? Without graph drawn, how to find? The intercept is the where the graph hit the y-axis. So at hitting the y-axis all the time, when you know that, see this concept, when it hits the y-axis, this would be the intercept. Hitting y-axis point you are taking. So what is the specialty in hitting the y-axis all the time x coordinate 0? Okay, so intercept coordinate format is what? 0 comma something, y, all the time on the y-axis x coordinate 0. So if you see a graph which passes through a y-axis, that coordinate should be 0 comma something. So after 0 value is the intercept. Okay, all the time identify a special coordinate 0 comma something there, that something is the intercept, because 0 comma something is the y-axis point. So y-axis can cut only one times one point on a straight line. For the other curved line it can cut, but this is straight line graph. Okay, so here the y value is 1, so your intercept should be 1. By inspecting into the coordinate we can determine what is the intercept. 0 comma 1 there, 1 you choose. But if the point not like 0 comma 1, we cannot find the intercept by inspecting to the coordinates. For that we have other methods. Imagine they says that it passes 3 1 comma 3 and 2 comma 3, right, or whatever coordinates except 0 comma we cannot find directly the intercept. Okay, but here intercept is 1. Okay, if they ask about the equations, how to give, it is not asking here. Additionally, y equal mx plus c. M is found 1, 1x plus c, c is 1. Okay, normally here x coefficient 1 not to write, just write y equal x. X plus 1, right. Information relevant to the, right, say everyone. right? Information relevant to the motion of an object traveling at a uniform speed is shown below. Find the time objects takes to travel 60 meters as this is speed, right? You will calculate the speed here. How? You can take certain two intervals, right? At the very beginning I select these two intervals, right? Here to here I select these two interval. So how the speed decide the speed is defined? Speed equal actually the right change in the distance over the time. So the actually the distance, rate of change in the distance over the time. Right. So what's the distance changing? Here to here I consider distance change to 6 meters within how many seconds? 0 to 3 seconds. So by looking into that two coordinates, I can determine the speeds. So then 6 divided by 3 means 2 meter per second is speed it travels. So now we have the object's speed. They are asking to travel 60 meters. How many time it takes to travel 60 meters? This is the distance given. So how to take the time? You can take the time equal just the distance over speeds. So what's the distance they travel? 60 meter, under which speeds 2 meter per seconds. Okay, then simplify meter 60 divided by 2, it comes as 30. S minus 1 goes to the top S. So what's the answer there? 30 seconds. 30 seconds. Oh, in logically you can say 2 meter per seconds means what? Within 1 seconds it travels 2 meters. Or the other way, to travel 2 meter it takes 1 seconds. To travel 2 meter parts takes 1 seconds. Then for 60 meter part, how many seconds? Just 60 divided by 2. Take that feeling. Then you do not know what is speed, equal distance, or you don't know, but with the general sense, common sense, you did the way calculation, so you can find out in that way also. Right, question number 13 done. Now we are moving to the question number 14, right? Okay, see that this kind of table given, we got the speed. Further, you can choose any two certain points. By this part also you can find the speed, because this is object with a uniform speed, it's not changing speeds. So then take this coordinate difference, 18 subtract 12 6, divide with 9 subtract 6 3. Again 6 divided by 3 comes as 2. So the speed is constant here in this motion, constant speed. Right. The center of the circle shown in the figure is O. If AP equal PD, right? AP equal PD. When you see that this the chord is bisected all the time from the point they drawn from the center, all the time makes this 90 degree. 90 degree. Okay. Fine. AP equal PD. Then for the AD parallel to BC, that's fine, and ABC 70, find the value of X, right? Right, now you can see that this is a diameter, okay? This is a diameter. From the diameter, the subtend angle on the segment is 90 degree. If this is 90, this is 70, you can see that this is my view. If one is 90, the other pair is 90. Right, except finding up to the 180, you can determine in a right angle triangle. If one is 90, the other pair 90. Then here 70 mean here 20. Balance of 90 you take. Right, then you can see this is alternate angles equal, why the lines parallel. This Z width here 20 equal, right? Okay, here 20 and here Z shape, see also 20. Now I enlarge this APM triangle. See that here the APM triangle, right? So here it came 20 degree with use of this 20 and 20 alternate since the lines parallel. Here we got 90 degree. How? From the center bisector of chord drawn, then that to be perpendicular. Then this is the exterior angle of that triangle. Apply the exterior angle theorem nicely. X equal interior, this is interior opposite sum, 90 plus 20. So X equal just 90 degree plus 20 degrees. So X equal 110 degrees. So that's applicable, the exterior angle theorem. Okay, right. Right. Now question number 15, we are moving. Right. The bill for the monthly phone usage if a household, the bill for the monthly phone usage if a household is 2500 rupees, 450 rupees is added to this VAT. Accordingly, find the VAT percentage charge, right? So the bill value, how to take a VAT percentage? You take the VAT value is 450, you divide with the initial bill value, that is 2500. That means you are writing as a fractions for 2500 rupees, the VAT apply is 450 rupees. For this much, the VAT is this much, but percentage means 400 rupees. What is the VAT? Okay, then for 2500, this is the VAT. Then you multiply with 100 rupees. How much the VAT? Percentage mean respect of 100, how much? Okay, so now you can see that two zeros simplified. For 450 divided by 25, 25, 1, 25, then 5, 20 remaining for 208. It is the current VAT percentage normally, right? In Sri Lanka, 18%, I think. Yes. Okay, 18%. Understood, everyone? Right. Understood. All the time, VAT divided by the initial value into 100%. Right. Now we move to the question number 16. Now algebraic fractions, divisions there. Everyone see how to take the algebraic division. Right. For we apply, we call the KFC rule. KFC is what? For the division, keep, flip, change. Right. Keep the first one, then flip the division to the multiplication and take the reciprocal at the same time. Okay, right, so you write x over 4 as it is. Okay, then division to multiplication and take the reciprocal, so 6 goes up, a squared x goes to down. Okay, now to this direction simplify. So how? Here x1 simplified, a1 simplified, then 2 2 2 3 simplified. Okay, then 3 into 1 3 over 2 into a 2a, right? 3 over 2a. Understood? So it comes as 3 over 2a, right? Understood? But we did first as it is, then multiply with the right reciprocal of the second fractions. So that's the rule. M is the midpoint of the side AC. That's fine. The triangle ABC shown in the figure, CMN equal this one, right? Okay, then name the line segment equation to CN, right? So this is how you apply midpoint theorem apply, which is not yet learned. In the second term, after the percentage lessons, we have the midpoint theorem. So this is how it happened. Here you can see that two angles equal, but they look like corresponding angles. See the two lines there, but these two angles are corresponding angle. If corresponding angles equal means the lines to be parallel. That's the converse of the parallel theorem. If two lines parallel, they are corresponding equal. Converse is if corresponding equals, they are two lines to be parallel. So that means these two lines to be parallel. Okay. Now what apply? In a triangle, one side midpoint given, one side midpoint given. This is the midpoint of one side. Okay, from one side midpoint, it is drawn a parallel line to another side, then the third side to be bisected. This is not the midpoint theorem. This is the converse of the midpoint theorem. This is the converse. Why? In converse, it is given data is one side's midpoint and the parallel conditions. That's the converse nature. In the midpoint theorem, it is given two midpoints. But here not two midpoints given, one midpoint and parallel line drawn. then the third side is bisected. So I applied the results. So what they asking, name a line segment equal to Cn. So Cn equal with what? Nb. Okay, so they ask him find Mn to AB ratio. Now once the converse applied, thereafter you can apply the midpoint theorem. How? Now two midpoints connected, then the midpoint theorem applied, then Mn is half of AB, or otherwise AB is twice of Mn. See the lengthwise relationship, this is small, these two times equal to the AB. So they are asking Mn to AB ratio. Mn is AB is 2 times of Mn. So you can write Mn to AB is 1 to 2 ratio. Mn 1, then AB is twice. That's the midpoint theorem. Okay, so what's the theorem here firstly applied? Here the theorem firstly apply the converse. Midpoint theorem converse says from one side midpoint of a triangle, drawn a parallel line to the another sides of the triangle, then the remaining side is bisected. That's the theorem. So the converse. From the converse we got these two results, Cn equal Nb. That's the converse of midpoint theorem outcome. By that converse we got the results. That's how Cn equal Nb. Then by the midpoint theorem we got this results. This is the midpoint theorem. Okay, this is midpoint theorem. This is the converse of midpoint theorem. Right. Right. That's it. Okay, now we are moving to the question number 18. In the figure, AC equal 13 centimeters, BC equal 5 centimeter. Okay, find the area of square on AB. Right, right. What they're asking in the figure, AC equal 13 centimeter. Right. Okay, BC equal 5 centimeter. Okay, find the area of the square on AB. Area is the AB into AB length. That means AB squared. So the Pythagoras theorem to apply. We know that when you see directly, I have told you the Pythagoras triples commonly applicable for O-level maths. So what are the Pythagoras triples? You know that? Okay, what are the Pythagoras triple? 13, 5. Here should be 12. 5, 12, 13. Okay, 5, 12, 13 is Pythagoras triple. So this part, surely you can directly give that is 12. But they are asking not the AB length, the square drawn on the AB length, that the area. So when the area of the square drawn on the AB length, how to find the area? Just 12 into 12 is the area. So you take the area on the AB length is 12 centimeter into 12 centimeter. Actually, they are asking AB squared. Then that gives you 144 square centimeters. Understood? Right. Okay, this is actually the Pythagoras found the area-wise relationships. The area drawn on a hypotenuse, the area of the square drawn on the hypotenuse was equal to the area of the square drawn in the sum of the area of the other two sides. Okay, 144 is the square centimeter drawn on the AB side length. Right, question number 19. Write the probability of getting a card. Okay, getting a card with even number written on it when a card is drawn randomly from a box which contains 5 identical cards with the numbered from 1 to 5. Okay, firstly we write the sample space. That means all the probable results of this experiment. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So these are the sample space. You know how many elements of the sample space? Just 5. Okay, probability of getting a card with even number written on it, Then I take the event of taking even number cards. What are the possible events of even number of these? 2, 4. Okay, 2, 4. Right. How many elements of that events belongs? Na 2. So what's the probability of A defined? Probability of A defined as the Na over Ns. Right. So then you can take for the A event how many elements? Just simply no need further explanation here. Just take how many even numbers of these experiments, 2 even numbers, 2 and 4. Just take that count, divide by the number of total results, total elements, what we call the sample space. This is actually how we define the subject content correctly, but in your calculation, just think in that way. 2 over how many total results? 5 there. From 5 cards, 2 are the even numbers, then probability is 2/5. Okay, right. Fill in the blanks in the statement given below using suitable words. A right prism with a uniform cross section has two, right? A right prism with uniform cross section has two triangular faces, right? Two triangular faces and three rectangular faces, right? Rectangular faces. Okay, right. We are discussing about triangular prism, right? But here they shall mention a triangular prism. Okay, better. But it's not mentioned there. So, but we are learning triangular prisms in our syllabus. So, we write has two triangular faces and three rectangular faces. Remember, no parallelograms appear. Why? When they look like the prism, this question mostly asking in the O-level papers, right? They look like a parallelogram, but the net consists with only the rectangles and triangles. Okay, but it can be having in special case square can be there, but not parallelograms available. Remember that. Okay, rectangle and triangles are normally consist. Right, 21. For the statements given below, mark a tick in front of each of the correct statement and this one in front of the each of incorrect statement. Now you know that here square root 30 is between 5 and 6. Take the before value of the perfect square of 30 is 25. After value is 36. Then root 25 and root 36 you take. Root 25 5, root 36 6 years. Then square root 30 is in between 5 and 6. Yes, that is correct. True. Okay, then square root 60 is greater than 7.5. Now check in the first approximation. Write square root 60. Then lower perfect square is square root 49. Okay, then upper perfect square is 64. Okay, now check here 7, here 8. Now check the middle is 7.5. Now check the gap. 49 to 60 gap is 11. 60 to 64 gap is 4. Now you can consider by looking to the gap, it is bit closer to 64 from the middle side. Why? It is 11 gap there with 7 and with 8, 4 gaps there. So that means from the middle it tends towards the 8, right? That means it's more than 7.5. Okay, so it's root 60 greater than 7.5. Yes, that is true. Okay, so that is true. Understood? That is correct. Right. Now we are moving to the question number 22. Everyone see to the questions. Right. If a squared minus a minus 12 equal this one into this one, find m and n. Right. Don't worry and don't be afraid. Just factorize the left hand sides and then compare the final answer with right side. Okay. Then how to do? Here you multiply negative 12 with a squared. Then you got negative 12a squared. Okay. Then you know negative product negative and sum should be negative. Then one is positive, one is negative. But negative sum means the bigger value should be negative. So the difference 1 and product 12 is what? 4 into 3. 4 subtracts 3, 1 comes. But here you apply negative 4a, positive 3a. Now you apply a squared, right, plus 3a minus 4a, right, minus 12. Now take 2 by 2, a taken out, a plus 3, negative 4 taken out, then a plus 3, right, okay. Then a plus 3 common for both, you taken out, then here a minus 4 there, right. Okay, so now left hand side we factorized. Now it is equivalent to this right sides a plus m into a plus n, like just two factors there. So this factor equivalent with this factor equivalent with this factor. So a both having, so m shall be corresponding to 3. So can write m equal 3 or n equal corresponding to negative 4, n equal negative 4, right. Remember here this would be changed. Why? If you write m equal negative 4 and n equal 3, that is also fine. Just your answer should be the pairs 3 and negative 4, right. 3 and negative 4, yes, no problem Aman. For the m and n, if you mixed it, right, why, as per the questions it would be mixed, but no problem. But 3 and negative 4 should be there as the answers, either m4 n, right, okay, no matter for whatever, right. So this is how they given. If they given factorize this one, lot of students will do, but if they given in this kind of arrangement, students are very afraid, right. Why? Just the same format question asking for 17, the answer is cn equal nb, and here mn to ab is 1 to 2. The midpoint theorem converse and midpoint theorem apply. Okay, this is the answer for 17. Right, right. Yes, that would be changed with the, can it through, yes. Right, this can be exchanged m equal negative 4 and n equal 3, no problem. Right, I mentioned it. Right, find the second quartiles of the this one. Second quartile means Puta, the median, right, the middle value. First quartile is 1/4 of the data, second quartile is the mid of the data, and third quartile of 3/4 of the data. So the second quartile, median, data at the center, easily I will do, but remember to arrange the median quartiles, the data should be in the ascending order, right. You need to ascending order arrangement here, right. I do here the smallest value is what, here 15, so you write 15, then you have 16, okay, then here we have the 20 values, 20, okay, then 24, 25, then 27 and 30 there, okay, right. So these are the values. Right now, how to take the median, data at the center, how you decide, right. So this is the short methods. You find the median, data at the center, you cut these two, one by one, cut from the both the sides. Here one, here one, here one, here one, here one, here one, then isolated and you can find the median. median is the second quartile, right? So here Q2 is equal to 24. So that is the short tricks. So what is the normal methods? For Q2, we have a specific formula for the locating of the Q2 position. We know that the Q2 equal 2/4 into n plus 1th data, right? By applying this formula, you can find the position. N is the number of data. Number of data is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 plus 1, 8. 8 into 2, 16 over 4 means fourth data. So that's the position. Fourth data, not 4 is the Q2. Fourth data is 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 24. But in this kind of small equations, you can find directly the median. Okay, fine. So the 24. In the figure BCD equal 110, BCD equal 110 here. Okay, and find the value of x they are asking. Now see everyone, here 110 and these two sides equal. So these two sides equal means these two angles equal each other. So here 110, right, then the sum of these two should be 70 but equally shared because the two angles equal. Then here it comes as 35 degree. Okay, then you can see that this is angle and this is also angle, right? This is the angle on the sector, this is on the angle on the segment. Segment, same segment angle. So this 35 and this x should be equal. What's the reason? Same segment angle. So x equal 35 degrees. Right. Then we are moving to the question number 25 there. Right, a point D on AB in the figure has to be found such that A is equidistant from C and D. Right, equidistance from C and D, a point D on AB. Right, AB wala D එකක් තියෙන්න ඕන. Okay, in the figure has to be found such that A is, right, A is equidistant from C and D. Right, okay. Draw a sketch to construct the line to required to find the D. Right. Okay. Now from A, that A is equidistant from C and D. So here you take from A to C, right distance. AC distance you take to the compass, same distance to be there to D, because from A is equidistant from C and D. Okay, how you take that one? This is not actually a locus, right? Here exact point location, right? From A to C and D should be equal. So you take to the compass AC length and same length you mark here, right? Then that should be the D. So these two lengths shall be equal. Now A is equidistant from C and D, right? It look like small concepts there, right? Understood, right? It is not a moving point. D is a fixed point on AB. Why they are saying on AB? What's the point D? It's not variable because they on AB one point we can find out. Right. Right. Okay. So 2 marks given there. So all the questions 25, 50 marks there. You can drop a message of 50, how many marks you got. Right. A nice paper with nice content. Huh? Right. Right. Okay. Well done. Excellent. right නියමයි හැමෝම හොඳයි marks තියෙනවා බලන්න හොඳට organized paper එකක් right everything clear right everything includes right so if you can do this kind of papers that are excellent right මම ඒකයි කියන්නේ හැම විටම right මේ level එකට අපි හුරු වෙන්න ඕනේ right එක්සෑම් ලෙවල් එකට පැහැදිලිද එතකොට අපි ELC ලෙවල් එකට හුරු වෙන්න ඕනි මම දැකලා තියෙනවා සමහරු papers කරනවා මේ papers ELC වලට අනුගත නැහැ all syllabus එන්න proof කරනවා first paper එකට දාගෙන කරනවා first paper එකේ proof කරන්නේ නැහැ right පැහැදිලිද ඒක පැහැදිලිවම තියෙනවා તો all syllabus එකත් එක්ක පටල ගන්න එපා right ඒකේ අපිට තියෙනවා ඒවා ඔය new syllabus එකේ හරියටම define කරලා තියෙනවා. ඒතර මගේ papers දෙන්නේ ඔක්කොම ELC වලට comply ටික papers ටික. ඉතින් එහාට ඒවා දෙන්නේ ඒවා වැඩක් නෑ කරලා සහ ඒ level එකට කරන්න ඕනේ. සමහර සීනි බෝල වගේ එකම විදිහේ ගණන් 100ක් හැදුවට වැඩක් නෑ. හරි මේ විදිහට මේ ටිකක් හොඳ ගණන් හොඳ level එකට කරන්න ඕනේ. නැත්තම් ලකුණු අපි කියන්නේ A වලට යන්න බෑ. right නිකන් ලකුණු සාමාන්‍යයෙන් S එකක් C එකක් ගන්න පුළුවන් you can take SC pass but you cannot move to that kind of levels right all the time I'm asking right move to that kind of levels right this is the first 5 questions okay you can take the answers quickly right okay right හරිනේ right now we are moving to the question part B answer all questions in this question paper itself. Right now, see, Mr. Cecil, who works in an office in the city, spends 5/8 on his salary for foods. Right, you can further deal with the fraction chart and sends 2/3 of the remaining to his wife. After that, right, he had a balance of 5,400. Okay, do you need the chart? Fraction chart or you can do by this method. I think now you can do by looking to the question. Okay, but if you are not possible, right, you get used to the fraction chart. See everyone. Okay. We have done so many fractions in all the first paper having fractions. Okay, now his salary, I take this is his salary. See, this is the fraction chart. Okay, then you can see that of the salary, right? Here we have for foods. Okay, the salary we have here, we have for foods and remaining parts, and then here again divided, right? See that how it appear, right? For 5/8 on his foods. So the foods, how much the allocation, right? 5/8 of the salary. All the time we take the total value is 1. Okay, then they are discussing 2/3 of the remaining. Now, when allocated for foods, then the remaining is distributed. Then you have the next pillar after the food is the remaining. Okay, so this is the remaining. So that how much the remaining, you can take the remaining from 8 total parts, 5 gone for foods. Then what's the remaining? From 8 subtract 5, then 3 over 8. Understood? All the time the total content is 1. From 8 subtract 5, then 3 over 8, that's the remaining. Okay. Then they're asking 2/3 of the remaining for wife. Then the next chapter is wife, right? How much the wife getting? 2/3. This is the language. 2/3 of the remaining now found 3/8. Okay, that is for wife. Okay, then after that the balance, then final at rest, balance. So how to take the balance? Nice way. 2/3 of remaining goes to wife. Then what is the balance of that? 1/3 balance. 1/3. This is nice way. 1/3 of remaining is 3/8. Okay. Or otherwise, find the pillar here. Then from this remaining, subtracts this pillar. Then you can find the balance there. From here, subtract this part, it comes here. But this is a nice thinking. 2/3 of 3/8 for wife, then 1/3 of 3/8 is the balance. Okay, this is the full chart. Now it distributed, explained all the questions here, right? First part now I take one by one. What fraction of his salary remains after he has spent for foods, right? Remain fractions they are asking. Okay, right? So what's the remain fractions? 5 3 8. 3/8 is the remain. That part asking this pillar, so you have 2 marks. Okay, then part 2, they ask him what fraction of salary does he spend his wife. His wife is this portion. You apply that wording, 2/3 of, right, remaining 3/8, right? Of is in maths multiplication 3/1 3/1. So 2 into 1, 2 over 8. Okay, so I keep it as 2 over 8, or you can further simplify it, 1 over 4. Right, so you have 2 marks there. So here we have 2 over 8. Now you can calculate. Here the remains was 3 over 8. Now here 2 over 8. From this 3 over 8, it is distributed 2 over 8. So what is the balance? From 3 over 8 subtracts 2 over 8, the other methods. Then that is 1 over 8. Or you can take by this simplification also, 3/1 3/1, 1 over 8 given, right? Then they ask him find the amount sent to his wife. Now they mention, right, the balance amount is how much, right? A balance after that, the balance was 5,400. 5,400 as a fraction is 1/8. So now you know that 1/8 balance fraction is equal to amount wise 5,400. So 1/8 of the salary 5,400. They're asking for wife, how much the allocation? Wife's 2/8. 1/8 5,400. 2/8 means such 2 parts. So the wife's amount is 5,400 into 2. Then it comes as 8 10. So then it comes as rupees 10,800. That is the allocated for wife. Okay, so you have 2 marks there. Right, complete it. Right, now we are moving to the part B of that question. Right, now see, a landowner estimate that 15 men would take 6 days to clear his land. He hires 15 men for the initial 2 days. What is the magnitude of the task in man days? What is the magnitude of the task? So the magnitude is measured by man into days. So how much the requirement? 15 men for how many days to work? 6 days. Right, then you can take 15 into 6, 90 men days is the total task required. Okay, so you have 2 marks. Amount of task, extent of the task is measured by man days, right? So if the landowner wishes to get tasks done in 5 days, how many more men should be employed for the next 3 days, right? Right, now you know that for first 2 days, what is the completed task? Why 15 men's works for 2 days? Okay, then you take what is the completed task? 15 into 2, 30 men days done. Okay, 30 men days completed. So what's the remaining task? You can take what is the remaining? task. So from total tasks, 90 main days subtracts this 30 main days, then 60 main days there. Okay, that is the balance task. So that to be completed by the remaining 3 days. Okay, because two tasks done in 5 days. 5 days means two gone already, then balance is three. So this task to be done by balance 3 days, you divide by 3 days, right? Then how to take days simplified, then 60 divided by 3 is 20 minutes. So you required 20 minutes for the balance 3 days. Okay, right. So you have here 2 marks there. Right, a nice question. So from 10 marks, how many marks you gain, right? You can name it. How many moments are there? Very good. Moments they are asking. Moments means they have already 15 minutes. So how many moments? Moments equal just 15 they have, 20 now required, just 5 minutes. Yes. Right. Now we are moving to the question number 2. The following is a compound laminar consisting of right angle, triangle and a sector of a circle. Find the arc length of a sector, right? You know that in O-level paper, I have already highlighted this point as well, right? You are receiving only three sectors, three types of sectors only. What are they? Semicircle, 180-degree, or 90-degree sector, or 45-degree sector. Only these three possible. Learn precisely the content that appear in the exam, right? Okay, now, except that no any sectors given for the first paper like 30, 60, 40, sorry, 120, 75, these sectors not available. Okay, these three sectors only combining with other basic shapes, right? So now find the arc length of the sector. So this is the arc length you are going to find. The angle at the center is 90-degree. We know that, right? 90-degree you can directly apply. That is 1/4 of a circle. Instead of writing 90 over 360, better you can directly find the arc length. C equal full circle to 5r. So here 1/4 of that because 90-degree sector. So you apply 1/4 into 2 into 5 into r radius is what, 28 centimeters. Now you apply 7174, then 4141, then 2 into 22, that comes as 44 centimeters. Okay, 44 centimeter means this arc length, so that is the DC length. Arc length of the sector 44, you have 2 marks. Okay, right. If AB to BC to AC equal 3 to 4 to 5, AB to I take 3, then BC to 4 and AC to is 5. Okay, right. Then find the length of AB and AC, right? Right. I will take 3 to 4 to 5 ratio, mean I take this length 3x, this length 4x, this length 5x. So now you know this length known, that is 28 centimeter, that is equivalent to 4x. The ratio given, but I apply xy is 3x, 4x, 5x. And also that is fine because that is right angle triangle, comply with 3, 4, 5 are the Pythagoras triples. Right. So now you can say that BC length, that is 4x, equal to radius of the sector 28. Okay, then you can find out x is 7 centimeter by dividing 4. So x7 means you can now calculate here 3 and here 5. Okay, here 3x means 3 into 7, 21. So here 5x means 5 into 7, 35. So here 28. Okay, so that are the dimensions. Find the length of AB. So AB equal 21 centimeter, right? AC equal 35 centimeters. You have 2 marks there. Okay, then find the perimeter of the lamina. Right, how to find the perimeter, right? So you are adding all the dimensions. So find in this one, you have 3 marks. Okay, right. So how to find the perimeter of the lamina? So when you are finding the perimeter, remember all the time you are running just the outside length only. You are not running the inside. Okay. So so it contribute for the perimeter this length only 35. Then this arc length we found 44. Right. Then here this length again 28 and 21. 28, 21. Okay, then add these 5 plus 4, 9. 128 centimeters. Okay, so you have 2 marks there. Then find the area of the lamina. So area of lamina consists with two things, the ABC triangle and the sector. Okay, I take the area of triangle ABC. How to take the ABC triangle area? That's right angle triangle. So this is the base, this is the height. 28 and 21. You can apply half into base into height. Base is 28 and height is 21. Okay, you can simplify to 1 to 14. So 14 into 21, you got the area. 14 into 21 got 294 square centimeters. Okay, that is the triangle area. Then you calculate the area of sector, right? BCD area, right? How to check the BCD area? That is 1/4 5r squared. 5 is 22 upon 7 into r squared, 28 into 28. You can simplify 7174, 4141. Then that area comes as 22 into 28. That gives you 616. Therefore, the total area equal, just here the 294 square centimeter, add with 616. So 6 plus 4, 10. 910 square centimeters. Okay. Right. So that is the total area. Understood? So that parts you have 3 marks there. Okay, right. So from 10 marks, how many marks you got for the second questions? Okay, if you need to draw that BC, which one? Which one is 56? BCD area 56. Okay. Right. Okay, good. Okay, now we are moving to the question number 3. Right. If the rates that have to be paid for a land assessed annual value 85,000 is, they have mentioned paid by land assessed annual value, rates that have to be paid by land is 85,000 is 12% of the value of the land. Okay, right. How much has to be paid as rates for a year? Right, now you can calculate how much. So from 12% of 85,000, 12%, 12 over 100 into 85,000 you apply. Okay, so that is the rate for a year. So two zeros simplified, then 850 into 12. So 850 multiplied with 12, that gives you rupees 10,200. So that is the rate for a year. Okay, so you have 2 marks. Then how much has to be paid rate for a quarter? Quarter is 1/4 of year payment. So you take 10,200, that is the annual payment, you divide by 4. Okay, then you can take the quarterly payment rupees 2,000 550. So you have another 2 marks there. Annual payment found, then divide by 4. 4 quarters there. Susila deposited a certain amount of money for 2 years in a bank that pays an annual interest rate of 8%, with the interest compounded annually, right? Compound interest rate, right? The interest that she received for the first year is 4,000. Find the amount she deposited. For the first year, the interest is 4,000. They ask in the deposited amount. I take the deposited amount as X. From X, you calculate 8%. X multiply with 8%, 8 over 100. So this is the right interest for the first year. So that is equivalent to now 4,000. Now you are going to find X. So how to take? So 8 into X, 8X over 100 equal 4,000. So now you multiply by 100 this sides as well as this sides by 100. Here simplified. So 8x equal 4,000 into 100 means 2 zeros added to the end. Now you divide by 8 both the sides. See that 8 8 simplified. Then here comes as 8 5 50,000, right? So that is the 50,000 rupees is the deposited amount. Okay, from 50,000 you calculate 8%, it comes the 44,000, right? Right, you have 2 marks. Find the total amount she received at the end of 2 years. Right, you can apply one shot methods. In the compound interest, I have told you one shot method for calculating total amount. So how to take? The deposited is 550,000. Okay, right? Then you multiply it with, write 8% there, then you write 100 below and top 100 plus 8, 108. This is actually if they deposit for 1 year total amount. If 2 year total amount means again by this factor you multiply 100 below 100 plus 8, 108. If it is 10%, 100 below 110. If it is 15%, 100 below 115. 2 years maximums 2 times, because in the O-level paper you are receiving maximum 2 years for compound interest. It not more than that clearly defined. Okay, right, now you can see that here 2 zeros simplified, 2 zeros simplified. Now you are multiplying 5 into 108 into 108. Further, you can follow the long method because we have calculated the interest up to the first year also. By that one, the structured method also fine, but this is I am doing. Okay, so then here multiply 180 into 180 into 5, then it goes by rupees, the final answer 58,320. So this is the total amount she received at the end of 2 years under the compound interest rate 8% for 2 years. Okay, so you have 2 marks there. Okay, right. Okay, so today I couldn't give the access to talk to you because today as a free seminar, a lot of students attending, and individually we are giving to, we shall give the access. So that's why I couldn't give one, right? If you have the questions, you can ask. Some attending through the YouTube also. So you can send a message asking the questions, then I am replying them. Okay, right, at the moment. Right. Question number 4. That doesn't get total. I think 5 parts there. Sorry. So here 2 2 4, and then here 3 3. Right. I thought that's true. 3 and 3 there. Okay. 3 and 3. Okay. See, 3 3 6 and other 2 2 2 4s, 10 marks there. Okay. Now we are moving to the fourth question here, right? Any questions here to ask? Right, that is easy. You know that compound interest one shot method to calculate the total amount after 2 years, right? Just the deposited into the interest rate. If it is 12, top 112 over 100 into 112 over 100. Just two times only it appear, because it's in the exam also they asking about two times. If they ask more time, even you know how to deal that one. Okay, right. Now I am moving to question number 4. See that, right? Set questions comes in a certain village. 14 farmers grow lady fingers in certain village. Right, lady fingers 14 farmers grow. So this is lady fingers. Then they mention 40 farmers. You write on the edge, right? And 23 farmers go only chilies. Only chilies is this region, that is 23. Okay. Furthermore, the lady fingers. Furthermore, the number of those who do not grow lady fingers is 26. Right, right? Lady fingers not growing people means outside of this lady fingers set is 26. So outside of the lady finger set is these two regions you cover here, 23, and this region is the outside of the lady fingers. That means 26 mean here purely takes 23. So the balance 3 of 26 is comes to this outside range. The neither one is cultivate. Okay, 3 there. Understood how we got this 3? So outside of the lady figures 26, it denotes these two sets, right? But here it takes 23 itself. Then here the balance comes 3, right? Then number of those who do not grow chilies 29. Those do not who grow chilies, this is the chili set, not chilies is 29, means outside of the chili set. You know that two regions. What are the two regions not belongs to chili? This part and this part. Sum of these two parts is 29. Now here three nons, then here should be 26. Okay, 26 plus 3, 29 comes, right? Now you can fill up the balance. This balance how you filled up, from 40 subtracts this 26. Okay, then here 14 comes. Okay, then 14 plus 23, the sum of this comes as 37. Okay, this is the arrangement. Nice way they have given. Indicate the above informations given in the Venn diagrams. So we done it. Okay, so you have here 4 marks for indicating in the Venn diagrams. For this Venn diagrams you have 4 marks there, right? Now how many of the farmers grow both crops? Both one, that means the intersection region. How much the intersection region? That is 14. Okay, your answer should be 14. How many marks? 2 marks, right? Shaded the regions do not grow chilies. Do not grow chilies means outside of the chili sets, right? Complement of chili sets. So I use a different color, red color, for the outside of the chili sets, right? Right, except chili set, except q dash is the shaded part. Okay, right. Then they're asking about so that one 2 marks allocated. Okay, then if one of these farmers is elected at random, find probability of grow only one item, only one item. Now you calculate how many total farmers are there. So here it comes 40 and 23, and here totally taken 40, then here 23 there, and here 3 there. Okay, then how many farmers totally? 6, then 66, total 66 there. From total 66 they're asking how many, right? If find probability of grow only one item, only one items is these two regions only. Here 26 only one items, and here 23 only one items. Here ladies fingers only, here chili only. So only region 6 plus 3 9, and 2 plus 2 4, 49s there. Okay, out of how many total? 66. So how to take as a probability from 66? That is 49. From 66, that is 49. For the simplified, yes or no? I think no. Right. So here 2 marks there. Okay. Right. Okay, so 2 marks, 2 marks for 6, and here Venn diagram 4 marks totally. So 10 marks allocated, right? Now we are moving to the cumulative frequency, which may you haven't learned, which may not learn, but I will tell you how to do that one. Right. An incomplete table containing informations everyone see there. The masses 1 kilogram of children brought to a clinic is shown below. Right, frequency and cumulative frequency. Okay, right. Now I will take you right to take the cumulative frequency curve. Right, how to take the cumulative, complete the table they are asking, right? How to complete the cumulative frequency table? This is how it appears. See, everyone learn new things, right? Cumulative means the sum. You are adding frequency to the frequency and running. So here starting value is 2, then 2 plus the next frequency 5, then the answer you write here 7. Okay, then 7 plus this 8, and you write the answer 15 here. Then 15 plus 8, the answer you write here 23. Then 23 plus 6, you write the answer here 29. Okay, then 29, which value add to makes 32? 29 plus 3 should be there. So your blanks these 3, so you have 3 marks there. Okay, then how to complete this cumulative frequency curve? So you are marking the coordinates, how the coordinates appear in the class interval. You take the highest value of the class interval as x coordinate and its cumulative frequency as y coordinate. These are the coordinate pairs appear, right? This is first pair, the second pair, this class interval, you take the highest value 15 against the cumulative frequency. This is the 7. Here coordinates 20 and 15. Here coordinates 25 and 23. Here coordinates, here higher limit 30 and cumulative frequency, here 40 and 32. So these are the coordinates pairs that you are going to draw here. Okay, right. Now you can see that which value it is running: 10, 15, 20, 25. These are the x coordinates. Y coordinate is the 2, 7, 15, 23 up to 32. Then you decide, right, 10, 15, 20, right? You mark by 5 by 5, right? 10, 15, 20. So you decide what to do. Okay, 0, then here 5, 10, 15, okay, 20, then 25, until how many value? 40. 25, then 30, then 35, then 40, right? Again I mark 45. So here x-axis named as the mass. Okay, that is the mass you name, and then the y-axis should be the cumulative frequency, right? Y is the cumulative frequency against mass and the cumulative frequency. In the mass class interval, you choose that in a certain class interval highest limit, 10 and cumulative frequency, 15 and cumulative frequency likewise. So now it run up to the 32, then you decide which by which value you are running. So you can running with 4 values, okay, 4 by 4 or whatever. Then you can run 4, right, then 8, then 12, okay, then 16, right, then 20, okay, then 24, then 28, okay, then 32, right, then 36, whatever. Then you write the topic cumulative frequency. Right. Now you plot the points here carefully. Plot the coordinates. What are the coordinates here? 10 x coordinates 10, y coordinates 2. 10, 2, 15, 7, next one. Here 10 and here 2 you mark. I mark by a different color. 10, 2 is this point. Then 15 and 7, this is the point. Okay, then 2015, right, 2015, here 20 and here you got 15. Okay, then here 25, 23. So here 25 and here 23. Okay, then 25, 23, then 30, 29. Okay, 30 and here 29. Okay, then we have 40, 32, right? 40 and here 32. 32 is like here, right? Now you are connecting these points, not a ruler, right, by a free hand, right? Free hand you are connecting this one as a curve. We call this is look like S curve, right? This is a S curve, but this extended S letter, right? Then where it to connect to the x-axis, the first class interval, see the first class interval 5 to 10, that's lower limit is the connecting point. First class 5 to 10, lower limit is 5, not to 0, huh? First class interval, lower limit. So you are connecting it to the x-axis at 5. Okay, so this is the curve. Now see that the curve nature. So this is the curve. It is look like a curve. Nicely I color up, right? Okay, this is the curve. No need to just shade two, 3 times, one time drawn. Okay, right. So we done it for the curve drawing. So you have complete the table. You got 3 marks. Okay, for the curve drawing, 3 marks, 4 marks. Okay, then they're asking about find the interquartile range using the curve. So how to find the interquartile range? Everyone see that. So the interquartile range means you need to find Q1 and Q3. Q1 position we get for this cumulative frequency 1/4 into nth data. 1/4 into nth data. Why you are not adding n plus 1 here? We take this as a large distribution. Right, so then 1/4 into nth data, n means the total data here, total frequency. How to take? This is the ending point's frequency is 32. That's the total data. In the table also the ending value of the frequency. So this is the 32, that is the total frequency. Right, okay. So 1/4 into 32, you get 4148. That means 8th data is the Q1. Okay, I take at the side 8 data. So how to take the Q3? Q3 is the third quartile. Third quartile means 3/4. First quartile means 1/4. Third is 3/4. Second quartile is 2/4. That's called another name median. 2/4 into n. First quartile 1/4 into n. Second quartile 2/4 into n. Third quartile is 3/4 into n. Okay, then here n, what is the n here? Number of data we have 32. Okay, then for 1, for 8, 8 into 3, 24th data. 24th data is the third quartile position. How to find the first quartile? 8 data by the graph. So you go to the eighth value, 8 frequency, cumulative frequency, 8 value, and then you connect 8 to the graph this way, and then graph intersecting point connected to the x-axis. It look like here my view 16. So 8 data, how to take? Again, see, you by the formula you got q1 position, 8 data, then you go to the cumulative frequency axis, 8 data, and you connect to the graph by a horizontal line, and then that curve intersecting value connected to the x-axis, and see there this x-axis value is the q1. That look like in my view that is 16. It's like appears 16. Make a yes 16. Okay, it's look like 16. q1 I take as 16. So then q2 position is 24th data. So you go to the cumulative frequency 24 and you make a ruler, and you can directly take and intersect this one and connect to x-axis. It look like 25 26, but when you draw it correctly, it's having a proper answer. So I have the q3 likes 26. Okay, right, because the grids are there correctly, you can draw it. So then that is the q3. Here the q3 value locates, here the q1 value locates, right? Exactly intersecting points you take with the grids. Now how to take the interquartile range? Learn something new. IQR, we say that interquartile range equal q3 subtracts q1 value. So how to take the q3? q3 is 26, subtracts q1 is 16. So 0 0 to 1 10. So the q interquartile range is 10 there. Okay, take these points to your notes. How to find the q1, q2, q3 of the cumulative frequency curve, right? What are the formula? q1 equal 1 4 10, q2 equal 2 4 10, q3 equal 3 4 10. Okay, right? Then by that formula, the total frequency is the cumulative frequency last value. So you apply that is as the n and find the position. These are not the q1, these are not the q3, they are the position of q1, q3. Then how to take that values by the curve? Then you take to the cumulative frequency axis and collect that value 8 and connect it to the curve. When curve connect to the x-axis, then you see that value, that is the q1 value. Okay, then connect to that value, that is the q3 value. Then how to find? If they ask the q2, q2 have separate names, the median, right? How to take the q2? This is not asking. 2/4 into nth data, n is 32 here. Then check for 16, 16 into, sorry, for 8, so 8 into 2, 16th data. So how to take by the curve 16th data? You go there, this is the 16, right? You connect that value to the the curve, and then connect it to the x-axis. Okay, this value to the curve and then to the x-axis. So that is what? That is 20. So the q2 is the 20. Understood? So learn how to find the quartiles using the cumulative frequency curve. And further, you knew that today as new things, how to draw the cumulative frequency curve. So what are the columns you need to fill up? Here class interval and frequency column given. Additionally, you need to build up the cumulative frequency column, right? If this is not given, then how to fill up it? First frequency write as it is, then to first that zigzag method, you add the second frequency and write there, this one right there. Likewise, you make filled up the cumulative frequency curve. Then how the coordinates appear for the cumulative frequency curve? In the class interval, each class interval highest value you take as the x coordinate, and the y coordinate is here cumulative frequency. Here x coordinate 15, y 7, 20, 15, 25, 23, 30, 29, 40, 32. Likewise, you plot. Then where it connect to the x-axis, the first class interval lower coordinate. First class interval 5, 10. That's lower limit is 5. At 5, you connected to the curve there. Okay, right. I think you additionally learn how to draw the cumulative frequency curve. Remember, that's look like the S curve. right? Then by that one they will ask this kind of quartiles, interquartile range, these things, right? I think you got a knowledge about the cumulative frequency curve, which is a lesson of grade 11 second term, right? Okay, Puta, right. I think today we successfully completed the paper number 18, right? No any mistakes we found. That's a perfect paper, right? So next day we are going to discuss the paper number 19. So do you have any questions? Right, you can send a message today. Right, any questions? Cumulative frequency curve, now it's okay, right, for everyone? So don't worry, we are applying these questions further to the papers, the cumulative frequency curve, histograms, this would be there, right? Okay, if no more questions, then I will conclude for the today's sessions. So you have just a few more weeks for your final exams in December, okay? Right, so few months only, just around 6 months, imagine, right? During 6 months, everyone try to attend for the paper class as well, right? Gain the knowledge throughout that. So you are very practiced in the writing paper then. Okay, we will meet by next week, Putha. Thank you very much. Have a nice day and enjoy with the paper number 19. We will upload soon, right? Thank you very much and good night.